Welcome, Luke Donovan, partner global carbon markets at Apostle Funds Management. This is an INBrief for Think Forward, Pay Forward. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're joining the conversation looking at a nascent asset class. What would you say are some of the key contributions you're looking to make, Luke?
When I talk to investors about this new, asset class, there's sort of usually three key messages I like them to take away. The first one is that not all carbon markets are created equal. We sort of had two very distinct carbon markets. The first of those is voluntary carbon markets, and as the name suggests, it's voluntary in nature and not regulated by governments. And then we have what we call compliance carbon markets, which is what Apostle invests in. And those markets are regulated by governments and have legislative requirements for buyers to participate. The second key message I like to leave with investors is that these markets are key to transitioning our economies. They play a really integral role in achieving that transition. And lastly, it's that they present a really compelling investment case for institutional investors.
So what's the state of play at the current moment? This is an asset class that for many investors they're thinking about, but they're not yet involved in. What does the landscape look like?
Yeah, it's very dependent on the market that you're talking about. So if we look at somewhere like Europe, for example, it's quite a sophisticated market, has liquid listed futures. It's over $1 trillion Aussie a year in turnover. And then we have something like Australia, which is, in its real sense, only started the 1st of July of this year. But what is key is that all of these markets are regulated by governments. They have that legislative requirement and they all play that key role in transitioning the economy.
And Luke, what can we expect, particularly in Australia, for this market to do? How will it evolve?
Well, over time, if you take, for example, the lead that Europe set, you can certainly see these markets scaling and growing in sophistication. And also, again, playing that key role, not just in the transition, but also more broadly in the economy.
The whole event, Think Forward, Pay Forward, Luke, we're drawing together experts in different fields to look at the meta trends that are changing society and changing investments, like carbon. What else are you interested in? It's our future collectively. What are some of the conversations that interest you more broadly?
Well, more broadly, I guess I look at a whole bunch of technologies and the cost of those technologies and how, with regards to my business, how the cost of those can impact the price of carbon. So, for example, I think of something like hydrogen and the cost that carbon would need to get to in order to incentivize the rollout of that technology. So for me, it's very much about looking forward at different technology types and thinking about the types of incentives that are required in order for those technologies to be rolled out.
Luke, it's been a real pleasure. Thanks for speaking at Think Forward, Pay Forward, and we look forward to learning more in the future.
Excellent. Thanks for having me.